Hello and welcome. Right, yeah, this is going on very nicely. Yeah, so I'm leaving that going, and we've got a lot of work to do. Now, I have actually done some. Wow, that looks a bit awful, but it is the right. Yeah, no, it's right. Actually, looking at it. Yeah. Now, did we do the animals? I would have thought we did. No, we didn't. So let's quickly get that done before we move on to doing the harvest. Although I suppose I could set the harvesters going. No, I can't because I do it too, don't I? I'm being silly. Let's get this done. We can't have the. Is this? Yeah, this is back in action where it was before. Now I've done a bit of tweaking. I've finally got around to fixing the fact that the new vegetable harvester, the original new one for the older new. Let's put that a little bit differently, shall we? Because it's a bit crazy. Yeah, now we had new vegetables, obviously, a while back, and it was new vegetables that was spinach, beetroot, and carrots, and then obviously we've now got new vegetables, which is green beans and spinach and what's the other one? Green beans, spinach, and peas. Peas, yes, definitely peas. So yeah, I've got a harvester that does that, as we know, and it did work. We did the spinach with it, but it didn't do the potatoes. So I've just tweaked it a little. I'm hoping also that it may get rid of that horrible bad effect. You know, that we've got the horrible grey one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same as on. Obviously, I create content and I do mods. So really, for me, there is these opportunities within the Let's Plays to actually have a bit of a test when you get potatoes, when you get vegetables, and it's a unique thing that really is. Oh, what straw, don't I? Oh, isn't that typical? Isn't that typical? Right, we can do it again, but we're gonna have to remember tomorrow. It's just crazy every single day. Yeah, I've also I might have mentioned it. Yeah, I found my old texture for the buying station. And oh no, that's right. I was trying to get it ready for tomorrow. My bad. Let's try you. We need to go grab no. No, we get other things like manure. It's got to wait for the harvest. It really is far more important. But we did need to do this. If I can squeeze through. Sort this. Oh wow, the eggs are spilling out. They were last time as well. Let's just actually flip around. Might be easier. We'll just go very slowly. We're still not going to do it, of course. Oh yeah, we can also do that as well, where we manhandle and push it backwards like that. That'll do it too, but it's a bit rough and ready. Oh, I do like that. Every time I see it, I think, yeah, that's not bad, actually. It was not a terrible idea, apart from the fact, obviously, that the... oh, wow. That's a little bit special, isn't it? That amount. Gordon Bennett. That's about 4 or 5 months, though. We've been very busy doing an awful lot. Now that we've got that big field, it's really seriously made things a lot different. So, let's stick this in here. I think we're about out of capacity again, aren't we? So it's nice to see it dumping properly as well, without any kind of yes, gone are the days when I do remember that it really wasn't working quite properly, and I was quite annoyed. Oh, I thought, no, I didn't click it. I thought I'd bashed into the beautiful little skid steer. Yeah, Black Sheep Modding also did a John Deere one. I'm not sure whether that's going to be the same as that one, as in I don't think it is. I think the mass is unique, but we might have a go of it at some point. I don't know if I think I did put it into, because it was Black Sheep Modding. I do tend to put a Black Sheep Modding thing in just because it's Black Sheep Modding in the first place, because they normally don't really make bad mods, does he, to be honest? If I can grab you. So I think, yeah, it's not you that we want, though. It is this one, which I have done the changes. Right, let's save the game as well, because if I need to come back to this point in time and we need to have another look, then I do always like to include that so you know what I'm doing. Alright, so then we really have a choice of things, don't we? Now, obviously, the other thing is we have got our original harvester, which is more than capable of doing standard vegetables. So we ought to be getting that going across the road, really, I would say. It does need a bit of fuel, though. So we struggled, didn't we, to actually... So this harvester, this is the original one. Now this is the one that has been tweaked, and it now does potatoes. It does that now. So I've tweaked the new one as well, and that should now do potatoes. Yeah, but I'm yet to test this. Obviously we haven't got potatoes. I'm presuming it will work, but what I really want to test is, have I broken the fact that it now does the things, yeah, that it should do. Yeah, what I mean is that you don't ever know if you've changed something. Does it still do what it used to do, or has it changed it? Until you've really tested that, you can't really tell. So we also ought to be checking to see actually the prices of this lot, being as we've got 147,000, unless we're sort of destitute, the prices are good all of the time. Let's just get rid of that little bit of scarring on the ground. It's annoying. I'm sure it's probably annoying everybody else as much as me. Yeah, the other thing is I'd like to actually put some grass down, some, let's do that first. Yeah, proper grass rather than just this painted grass. The painted grass is alright, but you really do... Can we afford it? No, I don't suppose we can. Not really. I mean, oh, I'm pushing that into the drink. Just need to move this a little bit to make a bit of room for that. Now that's true. Yeah, we can help, can't we? Now the new one actually does the vegetables and obviously, so we've actually really got 3 harvesters now to do across the road. Sorry, 2 to do across the road and 1 to do the new veg, because the old it's this ridiculous. The old new veg and the new veg. Yeah, I mean, it's like, how do you expect people to decipher something like that? Really, it's just crazy. Right, we need to... I think we'll attack the field from the middle. Yeah, right, because that we can go on here without everybody blocking any drivers driving. So let's... Oh, we do need some fuel, though. I think we need to sort this fact out right before we do anything else. Oh, that was different. I went into the... okay. Attacking the silo. Buy points, actually, but yeah. Right, so then we need to be setting this going first. And it is field. Now this is going to be interesting. We haven't done anything like this over yet. So this is going to be 19 north, south, and west. I know they could say that was north too, but yeah, it's west. That one's, I suppose you could say that's east then, couldn't you? So we'll do that. It will go... No. We will do that as north because it's a single. We'll do that as west because it is west of everything else. And we'll do that as south, I think. So let's do that. It doesn't really matter which one we do, but we may as well do the one I was going to do to begin with, which is the one to the left, which is my beetroots, I believe. So we want field 19. So we need to create 3 folders. 19... west. Huh? Oh, you do as well. Okay, well that's different. So now we want to create a new folder that says 19 east then, being as I've already done that one. 19 east. And that one doesn't exist. And then we want to create a new folder 19 south, which is the one we do want right now. So let's put that on that and then go field position, that one. And we want to check the settings. We want... Oh yeah, 7 is fine. Yeah, wow, let's remember the last time we used this. Fantastic. That looks about right to me. Now then, let's just check the harvester. Did we do all of his? I thought we did. And have we got rid of that set -70 job? But yes, we have. Right, I think that's it. That is very, very excellent. So let's tell him to actually start on the first waypoint and go. Did we not save? We didn't. I love it when it does that. It actually corrects me, and I think, oh, you've not saved the course. So we want to be going 19 south, save course, 4 meters. Yeah, I do love it because if you look closely, it says, well, it doesn't now because I've done it, but it says 4 meter. So that's the name of the course, which is very useful for if like someone's forgotten to do that. It's a really excellent. Right, so we want to jump in you. You can always tell a normal worker from a courseplay worker. The courseplay workers are tidy. The normal workers, they just abandon ship. Yeah, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like the fact because I know who's done what. So let's just stick that in there a little. I've had a go at the Fence GTA pack and the Fence Island pack. Yeah, because obviously I've tested it on Louisiana, and basically, sorry, I had an errant thought then. Yeah, I've tested it on Louisiana, and it was too heavy, so I've adjusted it. Now, obviously, in game, you can't really. You could in real life put a weight at the back of it in so much as you could literally weight the thing so it was weighted in a certain way. Now you can't do that in the game, so you've got to sort of do other means. So what I've done is I've only allowed it to class, which is the way of compensating. The other way is only allowed it to now then, 1 second, I'm confusing myself now. What we will really need to get the trailers. This will do though for doing that. Let's grab a trailer with this. Yeah, I've adjusted the maximum amount of weight that it can actually have. Now, where is he? They're not down there. We've been down there, and they're not all down there. But they're across the road, aren't they? Of course they are. Yeah, there's one at least. Oh, there's 2 now. Apologies. Right. Yeah, I need to design. Obviously, in the map, they've got those beautiful pipes. I need to have a look at what they look like. I don't know if they're in Elm Creek. I can't remember. Right, so let's stick this next to that, and we'll scrap the 40 tonner as well. What have we got? We've got cars being silly. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, we need to get on the headlandy bit. That's if we could get by, because like we've got a car that's overtaking, but like us really just blocking the way. We're gonna have to switch traffic off. Yeah, it's true. It happens a bit. This malarkey of. Ooh, sure, we've got narrows on, isn't it? No, we haven't done that trailer. Oh, you're lucky. It's in the old New Vegetables. You can actually do this, can't you? Oh, I hate this when you scrape like that. You sort of got to pull little micro millimetre at a time until it finally goes, okay, I'll let you go then. Oh no, I think they're figuring it out themselves. Right, let's push this. Yeah, we can of course put it in that very silo. We can now tell it to keep things. So thanks to Braven and his absolutely amazing thing. So right, we will use you in a minute, but for now, yeah, this also is usable. That's what I was saying. Now we were going to go grab some. Let's send the telehandler down the store. Yeah, we'll go grab a couple of fuel things. Now we could really do the telehandler. Wait, where have I stuck that? Oh, it's there. I see it. I'm going to say it was not too far away. Oh no, you. Oh, I can't. No, not with this. It needs the other side. Yeah, the other side's the one that a telehandler can go for. This one it can't. Yeah, I've got a few errors on this. I've got to spend a bit of time on the telehandler weight at some point. Let's pull this, drop it like there, and gently, because it is easily. Yeah, with its shape, it's a bit too easy. Oh, it's supposed to be narrow. That's the whole point of it. But in time, it's going to be a pass-through weight as well. I'm trying to design a weight that's a ooh. got some kind of collision going on there. And it needs washing too. Right, do we need... No, we're going to just do this by its own thing. So let's send this down to the... I apologise, well, I know I'm all over the place, aren't I? I'm like starting one conversation and then moving on to another. Let's stick that in there like that. And we want to go... Have you stuck then? Visit. You'll do. Well, that's one way to get there. Oh, my life. Yeah, well, you know, really, just... Oh, you've done it yourself. Oh, wow. You actually did move on. Excellent. Oh, that's better. Because they usually just get stuck and just keep rolling into the tree or whatever the problem is. Right, okay, so we've got that one. Well, to grab another trailer. We could use you, but we won't. We're going to use the other one of these that's just sitting there on this at the minute. Grab the 40 tonner, because the thing is with this kind of stuff, it done half like... Oh, Gordon Bennett. Bullet a gate. I have tweaked the English one, because obviously this has got boards on it as natural. Now, obviously, I've done brick for the UK version of that, which is obviously brick rather than that, which suits the UK. But obviously, it's got boarding on the original model, so I've tried to combat that. And I want to see, obviously, when I go on a map that's the UK one, to see... that'll be the telehandler. Yeah. That's a bit dangerous, you know, mate. Very dangerous. Right, let's go grab that. Let's grab 2 things of fuel, because I've got to be honest. This beast here is a little bit... Yeah, it's a bit thirsty, to be honest. Right, let's grab some fuel. I don't... No, that's not fuel. It's like true... Yeah, what do you call it? Consumables. I think it's consumables like lower down. It might even be in the no, it's not miscellaneous. I think it's pallet tanks. That's the one we want. With diesel tank by Happy Mole. We want 2 of those. 4,000 litres. Which is probably well, if you'd not got this Hungry Beast, it probably would be enough for an entire Let's Play, but I'm not sure for this. But that's... Yeah, there is one other thing that I realised, that I could actually use the I always want to say HVR, it's HRV. Well, I am actually on the floor. I wondered why I was like not doing anything. Let's just try and make this look a little bit more realistic than it, you know, like it is. Let's do that. Yeah. I think it's really 4,000 litres would be enough, I would say, to get you through an entire Let's Play normally. What it was 2,000 litres? I thought. Oh no, it is 1,000 litres. It's got to be, hasn't it? Because I've got 2 in this 2,000. So it's just, yeah. I thought there were 2,000 litres each. Now that would be enough, I would say, to get you through an entire Let's Play. But this wouldn't be really. So. Especially not if you've got one of those Hungry Beasts, because they can swallow one of these 1,000 litres down it if they're about empty in about one hit. They are that thirsty. Yeah, they are. They only have to go around the field a couple of times and you can see like it's gone down a bit. They really are quite... yeah, we may as well top ourselves up too. We can spare a little. It's thirsty, but not that thirsty. Yeah, I think these are better for like, obviously, you have to get close to the nozzle on the buy point for it to work. So, whereas this has got like exudes an area for it to actually do, doesn't it? So, right. And anyway, I'm all of a dither because I know we've got a big task ahead, so I'm going to like crack on. I need to concentrate because this is Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. I woke up for some reason at this time, so, and I feel wide awake, so I'm going to like crack on for a little bit. I might actually have a bit of a catch-up sleep when I've done this, and I feel, yeah, I have a strange sleep pattern, and if I wake up and I'm wide awake, then I've got to crack on until I feel tired again, and then so sometimes you'll notice that I'll do 2 sessions and one's a bit later. So let's just, wow, this done our tank, doesn't it? It's absolutely amazing. Exactly what we want to do. I would say we probably might just about kill one of those. Just see how close I was. Was I speaking nonsense? 412 litres, so 500 and something. We may as well refuel all of the tractors. Although most of these go they go under the buy points. I actually do them like that. So we need to set you going again about there. Nearest now. And I am going to go into my time lapse because there is a lot to do, and I've got a lot of gear, got to oversee it. In fact, actually, let me just tidy that up now. That you obviously very cleverly figured out yourself. Let's tidy this up, because otherwise, being as I'm here and I'm looking at it, we may as well do it ourselves, because this is one thing the workers don't really ever do, and that's the cornery bits. You may as well just do rather a big corner, and we should then be pretty much okay. Right, that looks good to me. So now let's go grab the others. So let me say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. getting a little tired, I must admit. Yeah, it's that sort of moment where I'm missing lines and like, yeah, it's sort of like not sleeping, but where your eyes go heavy for a second and then you realise you've actually gone on, you missed a line or you're wandering slightly. So luckily we've nearly finished. So it's it's really good having. It is true when you're doing on this sort of scale. If you've got like multiple harvesters like this, it really, whether it was multiple ones of these or multiple ones of those, when you get into this sort of scale, but we certainly have done very well. I filled this the new one, although as we know they do. Obviously off camera I realised I've got to like stick everything on keep. I was like, I did one silo and I thought, no, this is going to take like 5 minutes per silo and you can't do that on a letter space. So I did the one, so I knew where I was, finished it off, but I'll have to do the others, go through them all. Obviously it's a change. It's a shame that it doesn't stay on keep as the standard setting. It stays on spawn. I'm not having a go at Braven either. It's fantastic that he's done what he's done. But what I mean is, I think most of us want the natural thing on keep, which is really what I always thought store was in a way. The fact that it sort of like does what it does is rather sort of strange, but it is what it is. So I think that other one will have nearly finished, or it could have finished and it's just waiting to be unloaded. So I'm not sure how much room there is left in here. I should have pretty much. Yeah, I did notice, if this is on, I'm not down, but look at what happens. You got the effect of like that green. I thought, have I still got my header down? I thought, no, I've lifted it. It's when it's on, it seems to do like an effect. This particular one, you can see it wherever this has gone, it's got that green. It is the proper effect. I'm not not saying it's not. This does, it leaves that kind of effect. It's part of its task. No, this is full as well, I think now. Yeah, I got confused about this. Again, tiredness. No, it is. I was going to say, I thought we'd filled both now. So, yeah, like beat and that. So we filled that tank. Yeah, I really am tired. Yeah, we filled that one. So we'll stick this in here. No, we won't. We'll do it ourselves because we're going to fill that up, and then we have 728 litres like left. It seems a bit silly, so we'll. Yeah, it did work out that if we reverse with this one, it's not too far off in the right position. So I do love this. It's a beautiful steer, but it's such a huge beast. Gorgeous. It really is. If you can. It's amazing. When I was working for the teachers, the head teachers, when I was managing the schools, I once said that about a machine, really gorgeous machine, and like this, really gorgeous. I said, oh, well, I said, I'm a geek, aren't I? I said, I get excited about these type of things. I said, so you probably wouldn't call it gorgeous, but it is true, isn't it, really? So, yeah, this also, though, is getting quite full, too. Oh, no, it's not. It's moving stuff around, and yeah, when it's gone on the air, I think, because we stuck quite a bit of parsnips in there, and that's, like, gone. They're going to have to grab the bits and bobs that I've knocked into the drink as well at some point. Let's grab you and just go and see how we're doing at the top. In fact, so let's take this, because if I need to finish off on that field, it's better to take this with me than it is like not. So let's go and have a look. Or was it just saying it needs unloading because it's finished, or was it saying it needs unloading? No, I think at the position of that is probably. We'll have a look. It might be a bit. I would. It's hard to tell. No, yes, finished. Yeah, so fantastic. So is that one? We've done it. By Jove, we've done it. Amazing. It is. Wow, that's not a bad session. But obviously teamwork. It really is teamwork. Now obviously we've got some in the. Let's just go easy on myself. If we like go set destination and like go there, and we grab you. I will grab you like normally. Wow, you 37,000 litres. Wow, amazing. Let's try something. No, it hasn't got that same effect. I just wondered, it's obviously an effect that's turned on the beet harvester or the vegetable harvester that I haven't done for this. I mean, I'm glad because it's, yeah, now we feel this, so let's not do it again. Right, so we've got a thing of carrots. I thought of, let's tip them all into the thing because then we can see what we've actually got, because it is a lot. Yeah, I mean, the other thing is, if I did it, was it? Well, two things. Obviously, the other bad thing is that it's root crop, and if you kept on doing this year after year after year in the same soil all the time, it would get tired. It really will need a rest. Oh, my bad. Yeah, it really will need a rest. No, that's it. It's always hard to see, I think, you know, like in these sort of instances. So, I mean, I'm very pleased with the harvest. I say, this is the new one. This does the spinach and that. So this is the one that's important for that. The only one that we've got that does that. Then obviously we have our. Let's grab you. It is an amazing bit of kit, but I can see why. What I'd like to do, and this is a long-term sort of thing, is with these, I've like got rid of the excess. Let me just check. I think I've got rid of all of the excess ones. I've got duplicates because I duplicate when I actually create them. Also, one of these I've put in the new into other categories. I did the vegetable harvesters. Yes, it's done it. Fantastic. So has it gone into spinach? Is what it has. And oh wow, so I did it right. Excellent. So it's now gone into all of those because I was wondering, wow. And it does actually work with potatoes as well. But well, I'm not sure about the new vegetable harvester, but the other one certainly does. Yeah, obviously it was in this for ages, so I should have I've done it, vegetable and new vegetable, but I should have the original one, which I've seemingly have damaged. Yeah, because I've got the original one, which is the 18 meter hold, which I have actually got that on a Let's Play, so I need to fix this. Yeah, so yes, they are red inside, so why do they go silver? I don't get it, because it's quite clear that I've got red colour on that, you can see it, but then it goes silver sometimes. I mean, not the silver bottom piece, as this I understand, because they are actually silver. The supports I did in silver, I thought it would look quite nice as a counterpoint to the red. Ooh, it's a tiny bit of bleed through on the. Not too bad though. I've struggled with this a lot to try to get the where you're filling right, because it's obviously a very strange shape, and I've had to try to contort it to make it fit in there. That's not too terrible actually, for saying how hard it is. It is a really difficult one, this one. So last bit, and then we can see how well we actually did. Yeah, sorry, I was saying what about this. Yeah, my long-term goal is to extend these, but a folding out one. So I will really need to actually completely change this, because yeah, the black thing in the way. Obviously, when Giants make a model like this, you can't change it. It's sort of, well, if you can, it's beyond my capabilities. I've tried, but what I mean is you break the model if you start to move things around too much, because they're like, I think Giants call them mixed meshes inside the i3D, so I'm not sure that you can actually well, I think Giants have also got some tools and tricks that they don't release for like modders, so we have to like use very, a few modders have made a new i3D that's an exporter. They're not using the Giants because it doesn't do everything that it could do, so that, and like obviously when Giants do things, they can do things far more. And I think I've mentioned this before, one of their comments in the forums revealed that one of their workers was trying to say something, because he knew that he'd got this ability when he's working for Giants, so he said, oh well, I'm sure you can do that. And then like he had to, because he'd made this public, he went back, obviously spoke to the people at Giants and said, oh, and they said, it's not available on the public tool. Ah, a penny drop moment. So we get very weak tools in comparison to Giants. Nice to know that, isn't it, eh? Partners? Really? Not so much. Just telling it how it is. It's true. It is true. It's, when people make a big song and dance about partners and about how modders are like, and they are. I've got to be honest. Farms in Briscoe, and he was on about modders make the game. And they do. There's no denying that the modders really do make the game. They don't get reimbursed properly. I mean, as in, like, Giants are the one who really sort of take the cash and also call the shots, and I just would have died then. Yes, my bad. Yeah, it's true. I just don't like that inequality of, like, where people make out they're your partner, and you're a valued partner, and yet they're really holding back on you on things that you really could need. That's not really a partnership, and it's certainly not an equal partnership, not by any stretch of the imagination. So it seems that Giants get the and again, this is why I don't really want to be a partner, because I couldn't speak frankly, and I want to be honest. It's not fair, it really isn't. But then again, fairness in the world at the minute is sadly lacking, isn't it, really? Let's have a look. Anyway, we cannot change the world. It is what it is. Oh my life, 116,000 litres. Yeah, I realise, oh my life, look at that. 570,000. I don't think we need to make that's got to be a lie, though. There's no way we did that amount of eggs. It's like doing that multiplication thing as it's going through the distribution sort of network. So we've got we need to do a lot, but obviously we knew we needed to get the harvest done first. So I would imagine we're gonna be millionaires by the time we've sold this. Yeah, we are. Yeah, even if you take the 270 off, we're definitely going to be millionaires, just as it is. Got 54,000 litres of that, and that's obviously worth far more than that. It's worth like 70 something thousand. We know with that, we're not worried about that. Wow, look at this slurry. Amazing. So red beets, 440,000 litres. I think we've got enough that we don't need to do vegetables like next year. 529 and 569,000. So yeah, we've definitely got enough of all the vegetables. So even though we've got the harvesters, we won't be doing that next year. Yeah, obviously things like spinach, though, they're not always. Oh no, he's just spinning. I thought he'd got his beacons on, but he's not. No, we definitely did empty, didn't we? Fantastic. Oh, we've not finished, not quite. Yeah, we've got another 47,777 litres in this. So yeah, actually, and then of course there's these boxes outside. So, but we're not going to worry about that. And I was right. I knew there was a bit of like stones that I tipped out on the edge of one of the fields. I knew it. I scoured that. Obviously not quite well enough because I didn't see it. Yes, so I think what I am going to do is, it's become fairly obvious to me, I like these corner silos, they're good, but I think I need to make them like a taller one. I did say this, but you can see from the way that we're running out of storage, if you're going to deal with big fields like this, you need a big silo. It's got to be able to, like anything, it's got to be fit for the job that it's got. And so if you've got a silo that you wanted to offload all of your stuff to on the fields as you're working, it's got to have the capacity to actually do that. Now obviously I can't muck around with it on this Let's Play because I'm going to ruin all of the stuff that's in it, but I can do that for the future where I do a bigger one and I'm able to do it's going to be taller. I'm going to do it taller, but which means I need to put the arm. It never needs to be any taller than that. What I normally do is stretch it because it's only a LOD, as basically a loadout. It's a loadout. The actual placeables are different to vehicles. Sorry to get technical, just so it's sort of a bit of an explanation without going into too much detail. But yeah, this is sort of it is collisions as well. So you're hitting it really is there. But what I'm saying is the actual graphics for that, it's just graphics. The functions and that, obviously, where it's all a collection of like little pointers. So, and it is what it is. I mean, what the depiction, to all intents and purposes, is like in real life, but it's done differently. What I mean is this here, the graphics is obviously to sort of try and convey that it's a tall thing that's holding a lot. Whereas obviously, in fact, Omatana's little building, I'm not having a go either. I'm a massive fan of Omatana. But her little, I mean, I loved it. The production shed is a tiny little production shed that's got like, it's holding millions of litres of water, millions of litres of everything, and you're like, where is it putting it? I've thought that at times. I was like, where is it putting this? Where is it? Underground storage? Is it a massive underground storage tank or what? And then of course your brain starts to tick. As I said, this is what I've said about how clever the human brain is. You then start to think, yeah, well, it's a little bit cheap for saying it's got like tanks that are millions of litres of storage, because obviously at that point you'd like think, yeah, that storage is going to cost you. You can't have which is why I've gone for the silo model, because it's believable, even if boring, like as in like, oh, it's the same sort of shape. It is, but then it's the best shape for this, because it can go up a long way, and its job always has been to store things. So obviously you could have multiple floors. These are a little bit more, but then it is really only a production point, this one, so as in like it's only for storing. But the bigger ones that have functions, I've got them all wider. This is really fulfilling that, being a bit of a tight space. And even then, yeah, I've made the little arm very small, hence the fact that I can pull that right against the body, so as it doesn't take up much room. All I need to do is change the paint. I think I did try. I think the paint's not as bad as it was. It was a massive area that it paints, because it was obviously a bigger thing originally. So I think I've tweaked most things right. But yeah, I'd like to make a taller one. But I've got to bring the arm down, whereas I normally just drag it straight to the top. This time I need to do the arm specially and bring it back down, because it really only needs to be up by about the BI. There are very few traders that are taller than that, and that's again these little things you've got to learn, haven't you, as you sort of going along. Anyway, I'm tired because I'm waffling. I apologise for bending your ears. So in total then, when the dust settles, we should have now more of the parsnips. 574,989. I think some of them has probably also gone into the cannery. I would imagine that's fairly... Oh, it's not actually. Why is that? Why have we got carrots that are really small in there, and red beets that are really small, when we've got a shed load of them around? And there should be. Yeah, they are. Oh no, they're not. They're not on No, no. No, it's true. I've got a. Oh no, I are on distribute. No, I am right. I think they've always been on distribute. Yeah, that needs to be on. Oh, it's not on either, is it? Yeah, you need to on, and no, that's not what we want. We want to go to no. We've not got any of you. I just sort this one out, because this we do need to do in the Let's Play itself, really. So yeah, so we will do that as distributing too, because we need to do that at some point. And that one will be distribute, and that one will be distribute too. As will the carrots, but we also need to activate it, which that we do the other way. Fantastic. And then we have to switch it on, which it is on. And that one we also need to activate, and so I've missed one. Carrots. That's not saying it's got any, has it? Have I activated that one? No. It's non-init presence either, so here we go. We need to switch it on to that's gonna obviously not going to be one that it's 19 silo, 19 silo, which is, is that one? Yeah, 19 silo. That is the one we did want to do. 17 silo also, really. Yes, we should do that too on that one. We have that one we did that one first. Yeah, that one's been done for a while. That one needs to be activated though. Even though I know it's not active at the minute, it doesn't matter. That is activated. That's not activated. And neither was that. Fantastic. So I think we're cooking on gas. So really, I don't know why the actual cannery is not being fed with things when it's the most important thing of all, and all of these other things are distributing amongst themselves. It doesn't, and this is what I'm saying. that should be absolutely chock a full, because though that was already set on that, unless it didn't have it. Yeah, the true test will really be to see what happens like going forwards, because no, it's got a little but not a lot. Yeah, these are the wow. Okay, let's do this quickly. I apologise for this, but we do really need to do it. It's true, and then we need to go on, and the other one's P for parsnips, which is a long way down. We also need to touch U1 as well. I won't. Yeah, we'll just switch them on as we go down. I won't actually do everything. There we go. Smashing. Oh no, no, that is right. Distributing for those. Yeah, smashing. Excellent. So that should distribute that, and it should go to the cannery. Very pleased that the luxury desserts is now working very well. Very, very well. Wow. And yeah, I mean, it's distributing to this. That's what I don't get. It's working to this, but the cannery with Suit Factory, it's like not. It's being treated as a like second-class citizen that's not having anything go. So yeah, it's quite poor. We need to put some. No, we're going to go for the luxury desserts first. I don't think I could do the canned peas, it's true, but I don't think we will. I'm going to go like just with the luxury desserts. So we do need to switch. Well, we haven't done the green beans yet, have we? But we have done the spinach, which that one's activating, and that one's activating, so that it knows to send it. Peas we've not done yet, and carrots we have. That can all be switched on now, can't it? Not all. Yeah, we need to only go for the one with honey, so not. No, that is the right one, yeah. This is the right one as well, so no, we want to keep. Yeah, we don't want any spawning of these. If we only have to do it once, let's be honest. If I just put them all on keep, and yeah, that keep as well, and we'll grab that every time, so we shouldn't get any more of the yeah, so that's activated. We've got that activated. The flour is, we haven't got them in. I've only done the one. The green beans, we've not done it yet, so we've got everything activated that should be to call now for the bits and bobs that it can actually do. So hopefully it will listen. We shall see next session. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do. I know I also did damage the edge of this field. I know I did it a bit there with the ties of the harvester, and then a bit here, and I thought, oh yeah, it is a bit tight for that. It is a bit of a beast. 6.4 meters, well 6.5 meters, but the actual harvesty bit is slightly in from that as well, so it's 6.4 meters, taking the 2.5 meter side bits off. Yeah, so all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.